Yep, Gomez is a strong one, but really, Cam, we're looking at Abbott.
Yeah, Destry Abbott is a big hitter. I mean, 5 times he's been the National Hare and Hound champion, 5-time Best in the Desert champion, 7-time gold medalist at the International 6-Day Enduro. He's someone you really got to look at. Of course, Jeff Aaron, a perennial favorite. Both he and Abbott both have made both finals previously at the X Games, so it'd be a big shocker for them not to make it. Bobby Prochnow coming from Canada. His first time flying over the ocean. First real international trip. He's only been to the United States and Canada. He looked a little bit nervous today, to say the very least, but he is a very solid rider. Of course, getting a good look there at Gary Sutherland. We talked about him riding that number 324 in memory of his friend who passed away.
Yeah, and a bit of nervous time down there as these guys wait for their next run. ESPN and ESPN2 have got a full day of coverage for the X Games on Saturday at 11 Eastern on ESPN. Catch the finals for BMX Park Skateboard Vert right next to the falls, Men's Street League Skateboarding and BMX Vert. Then at 9 Eastern on ESPN2 it's the finals of Moto X Speed and Style and BMX Dirt. Check it out Saturday starting 11 a.m. on ESPN at 9 on ESPN2. We still got the women's final. That's going to be a 6-lapper, and Maria Forsberg is going to be a big favourite for that one.
Forsberg on the 411. She is your leader. She is in this to win this. Here comes Forsberg, your winner. There's your leader, and here comes Forsberg. Whoa, we got a pass for the lead. Forsberg leading Forsley. Forsberg, one more pass through the matrix. And this is going to do it. Maria Forsberg getting it done. Gold medal.
Maria Forsberg, Cam, she is on a hat-trick tonight. She won in 2011 the gold. She won in 2012 the gold. Can it be the trio? And for a first outside.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to call her the favorite. She's an amazing motorcycle rider. I do want to point out, though, that newcomer Leia Sands actually was the fastest qualifier in this class. So new to me, I watched her ride. I got to talk to her. And Laia is how you say her name properly. So a little bit tough sometimes to remember all the new names, but she is very impressive.
Don't forget to get on Twitter and keep in touch with X Games. Call to use the hashtag X Games or XGFan as a hashtag. We like to see what you're writing, and we like to see how you're getting interacted with all of the action.
I love it. I love all the social media, and I love when you see the tweets, people talking about it, making their picks. And I love the fact that we're integrating it into the X Games. People can have fun. We can include them. They can send me, you can message us if you want to. I mean, they put our handles up there and everything.
I put a picture of our very commentary box up about an hour ago, Cam. You weren't in it, but there was an empty commentary box.
I'm always late to work. Just ask the boss. But I try to put on a good effort.
Oh, no, it's great fun that we've got here tonight. We've had 2 of our 5 races so far. LCQ coming up.
The only rider, I'm pretty confident that I can say the only rider who has ever been struck by lightning in this event, Destry Abbott. Actually, 2 years ago, out riding with his son, and big storm came up. They hit under a tree. Lightning hit the tree. Destry could not see post that. His son had to ride him to the vehicle to get to safety. Riding him double is how I understand the story. And Destry had a little bit of problem with his vision for a while, but it's obviously come back. And he is probably the nicest guy in two-wheel motorsports. I don't know, Jeremy McGrath is also one of those very nice guys, but Destry, unbelievable guy.
But he can cope with the pressure. He's fresh from the 6th hour at Glen Helen.
Yeah, well, I'll just tell you, Glen Helen's like really close to my house. I don't ride it because it's so gnarly. And to ride it for 6, 12, or 24 hours, it is a big step. I know that a bunch of my friends from San Clemente go there and race that 24-hour race, and it absolutely frightens me.
Now this is going to be a 5 chance of X Games gold, silver or bronze over the 10-lap final that we're going to have later tonight. Here comes the LCQ under floodlights here in Brazil. Foz to Iguaçu. It's getting ready to go, and we are go. 150 yards, shooting into the first corner. Who's going to get the whole shot as they scream through? Number 22 having a good run through there. That is Buttrell on the gas. On the inside, it looks like Jeff Aaron's got the good run.
The number 4 recently switching brands of motorcycles from red to orange, riding the KTM. And here comes Destry Abbott and Gary Sutherland. So 3 very familiar faces for Endurocross, making the move to the front of the pack. 5 will transfer.
Up into the rocks for the first time. Kicking the bail out of the way goes Destry Abbott. He's in 3rd position at the moment. Somebody going over the bars. 27 going through. That's Wally Palmer on the Christini. He's inside the top 5.
Now, Destry Abbott doesn't give up here. He needs to remount, get going. Now, I talked about earlier the ballet of chaos, because the chaos happens all over the Endurocross track, and it can happen to anybody at any time. It's getting more and more slick, but Abbott from Arizona in the United States having a huge amount of struggle there. Right now, though, Jeff Aaron not having many problems.
Not at all aboard his Austrian KTM as he goes over the line for the first time of 5. That leaves, 5-6 seconds for him. Now, he's got to keep his cool that you were saying earlier, Cam. Don't need to stretch yourself too much. Slow and steady, he's going to win it.
And you can see the difference in styles there. Jeff Aaron, a 10-time AMA Trials champion. He recently moved over to racing dirt bikes. Not recently, it's been quite a bit of time actually, but his background is in trials, what I'm trying to say. Very calm, cool, collected. He only singled where there was a double jump. We saw Gary Sutherland throw down and huck it. So 2006, Jeff Aaron left trials, went to the Endurocross, hard motocross style racing, and he has taken to it very well. A couple wins on the AMA Endurocross series as well.
Now these guys have had an opportunity to see how slippery this place can get as he's getting more and more water on it. Now you can see him sliding around as he goes into the rock hairpin once more. That must be about the slipperiest part of the entire racetrack.
Amazing,
isn't it? It's absolutely on the lock stops. Going through was that in second.
Gary Sutherland still there, and a very solid rider, well built, father of one, a really, really solid motorcycle rider.
So that means that Sutherland on the Kawasaki is in second place. Easily going through, crowd cheering on Jeff Aaron. He's got that nice easy lead. Safe lead, should I say. Safe lead as he takes it very steady. Going into the firewood par once more. Maybe there's a bit of an easier line. That happened in practice. Meanwhile, here is second place, Gary Sutherland.
And now we talked about Destry Abbott being a part of that 6-hour winning team. His teammate, of course, Gary Sutherland right here. So they were both teammates on that winning effort.
Here is 3rd position. This is Bobby Pratt now aboard the 324 on the Kawasaki, passing a couple more people.
And so, it looks like a little bit of problem there. A couple riders going around, including Sutherland. It looked like he was going to go off to the side, but he got up on the rocks and made it over that section. So right now, Sutherland sitting in that 2nd position. And you can see how much water is transferring around this track. Look how slippery this section is. Locked up. Look how wet the rocks are. As we take a look, this is the number 221, Rico, and he's looking rigor. He is looking back and letting the riders that are lapping him go by. And look how tough it is for Sutherland.
Brock now still in 3rd position. Palmer in 4th. Palmer aboard the 2-wheel drive. Christini aboard the 27. Okay, time ticking away. We now start lap 4 of 5. Just another half mile to go for the leader.
And it's going to be 10 laps in the main event. You think the course is wet now. The ladies are going to go, which is going to be very tough. They haven't seen the track this wet yet. They will get a sighting lap. So the ladies will do their main event, and then a 10-lap main event for the men.
How slippery is that going to be? Now, the ladies will have a little bit of an easier run through the rocks on the way up, but they've still got to do the rocks on the way down, just as we are seeing Jeff Aaron do at the moment. Meanwhile, there's the Christini and the 2-stroke, 2-wheel drive. Well, a lot of the manufacturers have played around with two-wheel drive. Remember, you know, David Frechiner, he bought the Yamaha. He had to go with the big 450. Had to go in the Dakar on board a two-wheel drive, but it ran out of puff on the long straights. But this is ideal for this kind of motorcycle.
And a battle there ensuing for that fourth position. That was Palmer and Gomez.
Gomez, a former junior world trials champion, the Spaniard aboard the two-stroke. And he is on the number 89. He's aboard a Husqvarna. So then, final lap. Aaron making his way through. There indeed is Alfredo Gomez on the 89, the blue one. He is in 5th position at the moment, and as he just tumbles off so close and yet so far away from the edge of that final rock section. We've got to get it all started and slip sliding away. This is going to be glacial.
That's Wally Palmer struggling, so it looks like Gomez has got by Palmer, so Palmer is in that 5th transfer position, but he has challenge right now as everybody into the final lap in the top 4. But right now we are waiting to see, and it is Jeff Aaron continues to lead through that rock section.
Sutherland up to 2nd place as Aaron makes his way through. Just a couple more corners to go through the sandy section. And now into the rock hairpin. Which way does he go? He likes to go wide, likes to find his way around the outside. We've got 200 tons of rocks that have been shipped in to Foz de Iguaçu, as now he makes the final corner into the matrix for the last time. He looks across to his right-hand side and he sees that he's got a clear run over the matrix. Well, but again, he can catch out even the leader.
Anybody. I always say anybody, anytime, any place, Enduro cross. And look, that is a smart guy, not trying to battle to get over the slippery log. He comes back through. He's got to get to the timing pole, and he does it. Wow. Jeff Aaron. The circus comes to town at the very end.
He can't believe it. He was so close, but he's all safe and sound. But most importantly, he's in the final. Here comes Sutherland coming over the line now. He kicks it one way then the other. Now then, as he goes to 2nd place, next up, we're going to be waiting for, is it Prochnow to come over the line?
This would be a big result for Prochnow getting in. But look, it looks like Gomez is going to be in that 3rd position. Everybody treading lightly on this very slippery course.
Prochnow did come over in 3rd. He was actually the Spaniard in 4th aboard his two-stroke. He's trying to find out from his team whether or not he's inside the top 5. Meanwhile, we're still waiting for 5th to be taken and the last slot in the final camp. I'm still waiting for 5th, and indeed it's Roper who comes over the line.
So all of these riders that we've just talked about, including, it looks like Roper in that 5th position, it'll be their first main event here at the X Games, except for Aaron. So Jeff Aaron is the only experienced rider in X Games main event history to make it through that LCQ. 4 new riders.
Roper just getting under the door with his 5th position on the number 5, and you can almost see the relief in the body language as he makes his way back to the pit. Look at him. Happy with an evening's work.
19 years of age, from Glendale, Arizona, is Brian Roper.
Well, it seems, Cam, as if that race